Cole Anthony was one of the most highly touted players in the 2020 NBA draft. The star point guard attended North Carolina, and prior to the season, was supposed to be a top 3 pick in the NBA draft. However, he slid and ended up going 15th overall to the Orlando Magic. And this makes me wonder, could he be the savior the Magic needed? And a few years from now, will we be looking back and saying he was the steal of the 2020 NBA draft? What's up guys, and welcome back to Hoop City. Today we're talking about Cole Anthony, one of the most polarizing players in the country. Prior to the college basketball season, Cole Anthony was supposed to be a top 3 pick in the NBA draft. That's where all mock drafts and rankings had him going. But after his year at North Carolina, it was very unlikely he would go anywhere near even the top 5. There are multiple reasons Anthony slid in the draft. However, there was still a strong belief in the traits he possessed that initially made him primed to be a top pick in the 2020 NBA draft. The best traits he possessed were his scoring ability, athleticism, and pedigree. But NBA teams did not ignore his inefficiencies. While he was on the Tar Heels, he sometimes looked like a star, and others looked like a bench player fighting for minutes. NBA teams also did not ignore his midseason knee injury. Altogether, this knocked Cole Anthony out of the lottery and to the 15th pick. So let's take it back to his college season. Anthony entered his lone season at North Carolina as a consensus projected top 3 overall pick in the 2020 NBA draft, but then his lone season at North Carolina happened. In his first game, Cole Anthony looked primed to be a star, as he captured everyone's attention by putting up 34 points and 11 rebounds to beat Notre Dame. Then the problems started to arise. North Carolina began to show itself as a subpar basketball team, which meant Anthony had to put all the weight on his shoulders and carry them to wins. Which would have been fine, as he was a star player and a top high school recruit looking to make an impact on the league. But then Anthony partially tore his right meniscus and underwent mid-season surgery before coming back to play the season's final 11 games. So at this point, NBA teams are no longer evaluating the player that dominated in high school and the AAU circuit. Now NBA teams are looking at the point guard who just had a surgical procedure on his knee and never consistently shined while in college. During the season, Anthony was forced to create his shot frequently, as the offense lacked other scorers. Due to this, Anthony's efficiency suffered. He shot 38% from the field and 35% from 3. At times, it looked like Anthony was forcing questionable shots. But if you watch the tape, his teammates had also proven if he gave them the ball, they weren't going to find anything better. With the lackluster talent at North Carolina, Anthony also struggled to distribute the ball, a trait that is expected in NBA caliber point guards. He averaged 4 assists per game compared to 3.5 turnovers, a ratio that wouldn't be good in the NBA and let alone by a top prospect in college. This assist to turnover ratio might be one of the most concerning traits to NBA teams. The other issue with Anthony is he doesn't really have a set position. At 6'3", Anthony is more of a scorer and not as much of a point guard. He becomes much tougher to fit into traditional NBA lineups. And with only a 6'4" wingspan, he does not project to be a great defender in the NBA. However, this all leads to why Cole Anthony could be the biggest steal of the NBA draft. By the end of the season, some mock drafts listed him outside the top 20. And at the end of the day, there was once a reason why he was viewed as a consensus top 3 pick: his talent. Numbers can also be spun the other way though. Despite playing on the worst UNC team in a long time, Anthony averaged 18.5 points, 5.7 rebounds, and 4 assists per game as a freshman. Besides the inefficiency, Anthony basically was as advertised and played as many expected: a strong scorer with elite athleticism. Anthony averaged just 0.6 fewer points per game than consensus top 3 pick Anthony Edwards, while averaging more rebounds and more assists. Edwards shot just 2 percentage points better than Anthony. This by no means is saying that Anthony Edwards should not have gone number 1 overall. However, it's just weird to see that 2 percentage points made such a difference. And this leads me to my final point. The NBA has pretty much become a scoring guards league in recent years. The top point guards all put the ball in the basket, and nobody in college at the point guard position did that better than Cole Anthony. And not to mention, he has still shown some flashes of being a gifted passer against top level competition. He set the bar for himself so high in high school as the #1 prospect for point guards, and his flashy play at tournaments And it kind of seems that Anthony's production is somehow working against him, which makes me believe that a lot of his draft day slide was due to prospect bias. As once you start overanalyzing these huge stars, you begin to find faults in their game, which makes them slide. However, if you look at any player that was drafted in this draft, they all have many faults. Anthony Edwards is not perfect, LaMelo Ball is not perfect, and James Wiseman is not perfect. So in conclusion, if he can clean up his turnovers, show better shot selection, and passing vision when surrounded by higher caliber players, Anthony can start in the NBA for a long time, and potentially even be an all-star player. And I truly believe he will turn around the Magic organization and finally give them the star that they needed. But anyways guys, that's just my opinion on Cole Anthony. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and thanks for watching.